Hello, welcome to the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, today for part 8 of the Sinnoh walkthrough, I would like to fight Giratina and defeat Cyrus. Well, the other way around. We're going to defeat Cyrus first, and then we're going to defeat Giratina, and then we're going to explore through the story. Now, before I dive into the Distortion world and do some other extracurricular activities in the Sinnoh region, I would like to mention two disclaimers. Disclaimer number one is that I do not have any HM slave in my party. All HMs that you see on screen that are being activated are being activated by Moo Growns, which you can obtain from the PokeMMO gift shop. And I would like to thank those who have donated to PokeMMO, because donations on PokeMMO go towards server expenses. So thank you to those who have donated to PokeMMO. And I should give you another disclaimer here. I do not receive any compensation or any kickback from PokeMMO if you do make donations here on PokeMMO. So, thank you for helping with the server costs. I would like to introduce Asmodeus, which, by the way, this is Asmodeus' last video because Asmodeus has real life to attend to. So I would like to thank Asmodeus for making time in his day to partake in his very last episode for the Sinnoh walkthrough. So thank you, Asmodeus, for being able to be here and partake in the Sinnoh walkthrough.
Anytime.
Awesome. And I'm sure that the viewers are going to miss you.
Ah, that's lovely. I will be here still, just going around with my brother, hunting down Team Galactic. So don't worry, I'm not gone forever.
Oh, that's good. All right. Yeah, I'm sure that Riley can give you a phone call sometime. Right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, awesome. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and dive into the Distortion world right now. Alright. So. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting video, since got a lot of puzzles, so a lot of twists and turns. That rock slab. It appears to move if you step on a certain spot. I see. You mean this crater hole right there? Oh. Will we go get to see Giratina if we can keep going down? In the Distortion world, it's really traveling downward. Really traveling downward? Alright. There we go. Hey, there's Misprit. Hello, Misprit. How you doing today? All right. All right. Now, there are going to be some people who are going to write a question here in this video. You cannot catch Misprit, Azoth, nor Uxie, because all three of them are legendaries. However, PokeMMO may implement a way to catch them in the near future. Stay tuned for dungeons in the near future of PokeMMO. So, I don't know when that's going to be, but whenever it is, feel free to check out my main channel, Roy Rogers News, and I can be able to let you know on a PSA for PokeMMO. So, awesome. And usually Q writes a public statement prior to a big announcement. So, yeah. Q is one of the developers for PokeMMO. Alright. Let's go ahead and continue our adventure. What is my Charizard? Go and step on my Charizard. Oh. Oh no, actually, yeah, you're in the right place. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, you're in the right place. Oh, oops. Oops. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Stay right there. I was trying to get you, but there we go. Now you're here. Awesome. Now you just go on this tile. Oh, okay. Go ahead and click your left arrow once. There we go. The legend of Giratina has been all forgotten but a few. The legend told a world on the other side of ours. This world. Why does this world exist? Why does Giratina here all alone? There is so much that can't be explained, but we have things to do. Let's split up. We have to find the right way. Okay. go ahead and continue clicking on your right arrow key. I know that some people might click their up key, but yeah. Now click your down key. There you go. I know that some people are probably wondering how to navigate through the sorcerer world. But yeah, in the sorcerer world, almost everything is backwards. So yeah, okay. Let's go and go to the right over here. Then we go down here. Oh, I need to wait for his Mortius to make his way. Oh, no. Go on the other. Okay.
Other one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the other one. Go back to where I am. Which is there you go. Then go down here. Oh, oops. Wait, can't go down? Oh, oh, all right. Well, Smarties did go in the right direction. Okay. Oh, all right. So we go. Oh yeah, now it's coming back to me. Okay. Yeah, you go over here. I've done this before. It's I just haven't done it often. So yeah, since Giratina is a very hard Pokemon to prepare for, I don't do too many runs. So I don't do too many Sinnoh runs, but alright. Just gonna go down here. There we go, now we go down there.
Ooh. Okay.
And then we go over to the right. After we go down there. Gotta wait for his Mortius. Because how you know you're in the right area is if you see a crater there in the center. If you see a crater in the center, then you know you're in the right area. Oh yeah. This Mortius.
Oh, I'm meant to go for it. Yeah.
Where? Oh, there you are. Yeah.
I just came back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Your sprite was invisible. I was like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, so there we go. Let's go down. Oops.
Oh. For me, you were over there, and I was like, oh, okay.
Alright.
Make my way to you. Yeah, go to the middle, right?
Yep. There we go, and then you go right over there. And then a certain mentally ill person is going to meet us here. Alright. Hello there, Cyrus. This shadowy Pokemon is in here! It's abandoned me here, then disappeared somehow farther down. What? What was it? Was it concept merely to interfere with my plan? Instantly, do you understand the concept of genes? Are you talking about, like, the pants that I'm wearing, or are you talking about, like, the genes that I have as a baby? I don't know what type of... I guess the way how you spell it, Cyrus, I guess you're talking about the genes that I have as a baby. Okay. Yeah, I know what genes are. If it isn't true, it's true, you've impressed me. Genes can be considered to be blueprints of all life forms. Yeah. And RNA is, two strains of RNA. There you go. That includes humans and Pokemon alike. Okay. Genes are combined in a... Oh man, I used to... I used to be able to rattle off the full abbreviation for DNA. It's the... I know the A stands for acid. Dioxyribonucleic acid. Okay. Very well then. And by the way, Mortius, thank you so much for researching what that abbreviation stands for.
Of course, I got you, bro.
A DNA strand constrains of two chains of opposing characteristics in a spiral. You should say of opposing RNA characteristics in a spiral, which stands for ribonucleic acid. So, yeah, there we go. If one of the chains were to be broken, the other can replicate it. Or one of the other two cannot exist without the opposite. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Are you trying to be a biology teacher? This is a bizarre world. Time doesn't flow. Space isn't suitable. Only that shadowy Pokemon lives here. Okay, so now you play Pokemon XD Gale Darkness. Okay. The world is the opposite of our world. Our world, I wish to change. It is like the two chains comprising a strand of DNA. The two worlds must be balancing each other to remain in existence. Without the one, the other cannot exist. The shadowy Pokemon must play a role in keeping the worlds in balance. That is why it must have interfered and brought me here. The shadowy Pokemon must have made this bizarre world. That's why trying to change our world disturbed it and made it reveal itself. But that is all irrelevant. What matters is defeating that Pokemon and making the world disappear. I won't allow it to interfere with me again. With it gone, neither the world will be able to revert itself to its original state. As Morty says, that sounds scary.
Very.
Alright,
Sounds a bit insane as well, if you ask me.
that's true. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and continue our
Mhm.
adventure. Okay.
Interesting.
Alright. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead. Hey, there's an elevator down there. Alright, let's go down here. Alright, and this
Ooh.
is... Yep, and that is Yuxi that you see on your screen. Now, Yuxi is going to guide us as to where to put that stone. So you have to put the stone in Yuxi's hole, otherwise if you don't, then otherwise you can just come back up the elevator and then you can get the stone down there. You could reset, but...
So where do I take the stone?
Alright, so follow me. Miss Mortis?
Wait, should I bring the stone, or should I?
Well, before you do, jump over this ledge here that you see.
Mhm.
And then jump over this ledge and then push the other stones. That way we can do 2 for the price of 1. Oh, there's Misprit
Okay.
right there. And you know that you push the stone in the right area if you hear the cries of all 3 of those Pokemon? Well, not in tandem, but, you know. But, yeah. Alright. And now we have a puzzle to do. And Maurice, I'm glad you're with me. Alright, so we can't go here, so we can go over here. Good! Alright, so those plants shrink. Alright, and those rocks shrink. Okay, let's go ahead, go over there. Let's go over here. Ah, there's Giratina's cry. Alright, there we go. Oh, there's Morty's. Up here.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, up here. There you go. Oh, there we go. Up there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Alright, now we've reached the other warp panel. Oh, there's Cyrus just looking at us haughtily. Okay. I'm kind of scared to meet him. Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and... Oh, this is where we can go. Okay, so we can go down there. Okay. Let's go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go over here. And Cyrus leaves. Alright. Miss Mortis, I'm glad you're doing this with me. Alright, because I know several people who are lost in this area, so I'm glad that I'm filming all this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and use surf. Okay. Now oh, yeah, just hit the waterfall.
Waterfall?
Just bump into it, just run it. There you go. And now you get to push the other stone, and there's Azloff, or Ezloff, or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Oh, I can hear those Azloff fans just writing me. How can you keep butchering its name? I'm not trying to butcher it. Okay. Please understand that this is a family operation. Okay, there we go. I had to put in that caveat there. Okay. Alright, do not push that stone in that hole. Instead, is Morty stand right where I am?
Mm-hmm.
And then use strength. And then move the stone to the south, right here.
Wait, there is no stone.
Oh, you didn't push the stone?
There
Oh.
wasn't a stone. Wait, let me come back.
There we go. And there's Uxi's cry. Asmodeus, come up here.
Oh,
Alright, then you're done with that particular stone. Now we gotta move this stone. Stand where I am.
oh, once again, I don't see it. I think it's a bit. I'll have to redo it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Might have to. Right.
Well, the good news is that you know where to go now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. There we go. Alright.
You know, I'll get the other stone as well, just in case. You'll have to do it again.
Okay. Sure, no problem. There we go. Alright. And we're going to take a temporary pause break, and then we're going to wait for Asmodeus, so we're going to be right back. Please stay tuned to the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel for further Distortion World coverage.
Oh.
Alright, we are back! And Asmodeus, you have completed the stone puzzle as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and talk with Cynthia. And hello there, man with a Gyarados. Zatari? Okay, let's go ahead and chat with Cynthia right now. And I wish you well with the stone puzzle, Zatari. I understand that keeping balance with either Palkia or Dialga. So you can't do it with Giratina. Oops! No, it's not time for idle chick chat. Okay. Alright, so Mordius is the very last ladder. Or the elevator.
Mhm.
Very last elevator. Ooh. That's it! Giratina's up ahead! Alright, Cynthia. Be careful. So you're already here. Why do you seek to challenge this world? If you hate our world, you should just go off somewhere alone. Find somewhere where you can live without seeing others. Why should I run away and hide from the world and have to wait quietly? My aim was to get rid of this vague and incompetent thing we call spirit. By freeing ourselves of that, the world can be made complete. That is my justice. No one can interfere. Cyrus, I am right here. And this time, I now have Starmeister to do it. Starmeister, do it! I won't lose. Not to that shadowy Pokemon, not any worthless world. And not even to you, nor that guy in the cap, nor the nurse. It's over. All three of you are going to die. Well,
That's proven wrong.
alright. You were correct. Let's go prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Outrageous! How could you? Well, how about Weavile, huh? Much faster than Starmie. Well, that depends. Is your Weavile invested in speed like my Starmie is?
Ooh.
Now, Night
Probably
Slash.
not.
Night Slash is gonna finish you. No! You will not put me down! Honchgrove, take this Starmeister out now! No! How dare you! No! I will not end! No! No! How dare you! No! Gyarados, you have to do this for me. Come on! Come on! Why? Why? I won't accept this. This can't be. Not after all the sacrifices that we've made to go this far. With my new world, of a new galaxy. With all this dream to be swept away by your reality. Don't you think you can defeat that and capture that Pokemon? That bizarre world is none other than the Pokemon itself. Capturing it or defeating it will make this world disappear. Very well. Do what you will! Rather than repairing this world, you're going to destroy it for me! Do it! You will inherit my legacy! Don't believe in his lies! It's not possible that a Pokemon can make the world disappear. But the world awaits your birth, not only yours either. The Pokemon with you, the Pokemon close to you, all the Pokemon and the people were born because they have a part in this world. I'm convinced of that. Giratina won't go out of existence. This distortion world won't disappear. Our world won't disappear either. Let's go meet Giratina. Oops, I should have said something about your hard working first. Should do something about your Pokemon first. Oh, thank you. Ah, thank you for the healing. Now let's go meet Giratina. Giratina is enraged because the two worlds are endangered. It has has merged the distortion world with our world, the Spirit Pillar. The Spirit Pillar. That's why the worlds are becoming distorted. But there's nothing to fear. You can defeat Giratina and show the tight bond that you share with your Pokemon, or you can demonstrate how much you want it to join you. If you succeed in doing either, Giratina will understand. The distortion of the two worlds will stop. Brief note, you cannot catch Giratina on PokeMMO. And if you want, I can try to throw a Pokeball at it to prove that you cannot catch Giratina. But that's going to be later. Alright. This time, we have defeated Cyrus. We have defeated Cyrus. Sportis, do you feel great about that? The leader of the Galactic?
Yeah. He's finally gone.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's... Alright. Alright.
Really doesn't want us there.
Alright, now, Asmodeus, I'm gonna have you fight Giratina. I'm gonna spectate you first. This is gonna be the very first time that I do this. Because I'm sure that the viewers would like to see what your screen looks like. So just face Giratina and talk to it.
Mm-hmm. Got it. But I have a really amazing Pokemon ready to beat it, but I'm gonna save it for last.
Okay, good. Alright, let's do this. Oh.
Ooh.
Three-way fight. Alright, so now... So that Miltank can hit Giratina, huh? So you can go ahead and do the Body Slam.
Yes, sir.
Body Slam, and then you can Home Claws on the Durant, and then you can... And then with Salamence, you could probably do Draco Meteor here.
Oh, I can probably swap him out for Lucario.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Ooh.
I kind of want my Salamence to get a final hit.
Nice. Alright. Nice!
Ooh,
oh, alright. Oh, okay. Okay, now keep doing Body Slam.
Whoa, what is that?
Those are platforms. Keep fighting Giratina. Don't worry about the platforms. But go ahead and do Crunch on the Giratina, and then you can probably do Nasty Plot on the Lucario.
Yeah.
Nice! Oh, man. Nice! Ooh. Alright. This is going to be an intimidating fight. Okay. And now, you could probably do Body Slam on Giratina. Oh yeah, I should note that if you knock out Giratina, then the two platforms with it are going to be knocked out too. So, since Giratina controls those platforms. You knock out the brain, which is Giratina. After we get them seeing as Mortius do it, then we're gonna do it. Oh.
Oh, he might just die here. You didn't even get to use elements.
Nice. Okay. Nice!
That was quick.
Alright, Asmodeus. Now you get to talk with Cynthia. Then you can exit the distortion world. Don't worry about me. I'm going to fight next. After you disappear, I'm going to do my fight now.
Got it.
And don't worry, Asmodeus. If you want to see my fight, you can tune into it on YouTube. So, since this is Asmodeus' last episode, I wanted to spectate his fight against Giratina, so that way he can have something to cherish.
Thank you.
Yeah, certainly. No problem. Alright. Without further ado, let's dive into Giratina. I can hear you telling me, do it. Am I right on this?
Well, yes, sir. You've got this.
Good. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, now. Hello. You might be wondering in the Part 8 walkthrough thumbnail why I'm wearing a Tentacruel lapel on my thumbnail. And that is because the audio part of the footage has cut out. So I'm here to inform you that Asmodeus and I did another taping, but it was more for the auditory side of things, and also we discussed some behind the scenes of the Sinnoh walkthrough, at least for our part, for me, Asmodeus, and Phasme. Alright, so the reason why I'm here on my Tentacruel account is because I get this question a fair amount in my comment section on Roy Rogers News as to whether or not you can catch Giratina. I'm going to demonstrate that you cannot catch Giratina. In fact, let me go ahead and get the battle started right now. There we go. And then we have Giratina there. Now, as a courtesy to the Pokemon Stadium walkthrough, I went ahead and I brought in a bunch of Generation 1 Pokemon. And I figured since my name was Tentacruel, I figured that this would be a good excuse for me to have all the water types here. Now, let me go ahead and demonstrate that you cannot catch Giratina. So, I'm about to click the Pokeball. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Alright. Let's go ahead and check the battle log. But it's not where this item can be used. Alright, so let's go ahead and fight Giratina, and then you can see my fight on the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel. It's going to be muted, but I'm going to provide extra commentary. Alright. There we go. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Okay. Lapras just go straight for the attack. Alright, well. I think Giratina's in big trouble right now. Oh man, this Giratina is in big trouble. Okay. Oops. Nope. I have to click on Icicle Spear, not Ice Shard. That's what we... Oh, it is okay, so we have a torment. Yeah, I can do that. Alright. Come on, Blastoise, you can do it! Oh, alright. Okay. Now that we have the barrel here... Alright, the barrel is just an HM slave, so you don't need to worry about it. I'm still using Generation 1 Pokemon, but I needed an HM slave to get up here. But don't worry. In fact, I'm going to Thunderbolt it. Or Giratina can take it out for me, so... There we go. Alrighty. Alright. And now we're going to go back to the Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel before there's any spoilers here. Alright, I am back, and my apologies for the lack of commentary here. I just wanted to inform you that the encoder suddenly had everything on mute. The good news was that I recovered all the footage. The bad news was that it is all muted. However, I have some good news with me. As Mortius is with me, would you like to say hello?
Yes, sir. Hi.
Alright, awesome. And I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to redo the commentary here, so thank you.
Anytime.
Alright, so without further ado, are you ready to commence with the walkthrough?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Alright, awesome. So we're going to start off with me fighting Giratina, and I wanted to show you my fight sequence there. There we go. So I showed you as Mortius's fight sequence, but I wanted to show you my fight sequence. So, generally speaking, I didn't know if I would really handle Giratina. Like, as Mortius, I need to... do you remember when I was briefing you and Phasme a lot about Giratina? I was terrified of Giratina.
Yeah. You're very scared.
Yeah, I was like... It's like, alright, as Mortius, Phasme, I want to make sure you guys survive. Well, you know, Phasme couldn't partake for the rest of the walkthrough series, but as Mortius, I remember, like, when you went through here, I filmed you, and, you know, and I was like, man, was the Giratina sequence as hard as I made it out to be, or not really?
Honestly, I feel like it was hard, but because of the Pokemons I had, especially my brother Riley's Lucario, it was pretty easy.
I see. Alright. Well, I guess it's time for me to kind of lift the veil off of that one. So, yeah, I've kind of loaned as Mortius some Pokemon so that way he could be able to fight Giratina. So, yeah, I appreciate you for using those Pokemon. Did you have fun using them?
Oh, of course. It was pretty fun.
Oh, that's
not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so there's Cyrus and Cynthia. I can't really do their commentary here because I might just speed right through it, so I might as well do my own commentary, and I thought you all may be interested in wondering how, as Mortius and Phasme and I did the walkthrough. So let me ask you this question, and maybe some viewers might be intrigued to hear about this. When I first informed you and Phasme about the concept of the Sinnoh walkthrough, were you all excited to do it, or what was your first initial thought when I pitched the idea to you?
Honestly, we just wanted to play more PokeMMO, and you just gave us another reason to. So I was like, of course, why not? And Phasme was like, hey, this is gonna be fun, because we get to play with Pokemons. We both aren't that familiar with them, and you know, it's a whole series. It's like we get guided through it, so why not?
Awesome. Yeah, certainly. And, you know, and all the hidden items and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you know, the viewers were worried about you for a brief period of time. There was a gap of time, but you know, with you and Phasme, because I know some real life circumstances. But once you're able to attend the walkthrough, I'm sure that a lot of people were excited to have you back on. And and Phasme, unfortunately, she couldn't partake in the rest of it due to real life circumstances. But as Morris, I really have to say you did a good job throughout the whole walkthrough series.
Thank you.
Yes.
I wish I could stay for a bit longer, but unfortunately, just like Phasme, I have some real life commitments to go to.
Yeah, certainly.
So I won't be able to do so.
Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to thank you for your contributions here to the Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel, and thank you for your entertainment.
Anytime.
Awesome. So, yeah, so I'm about to exit the portal here. As you can see, Cynthia's kind of giving her commencement speech, although I kind of made a quip in the recording that this is kind of what PokeMMO does. You know, she says you can trade all around the world, you can... Yeah, and she says this a lot in her speech, and the moment that she said this, the first thought that I had was PokeMMO, because you can do this people from China, from, you know, Europe, from all over the place. You know, for example, I'm from the United States, but as Mortis, you're from the UK, right?
Mm.
So we're kind of like living the actual concept of what Cynthia's saying in her speech here. About, like, you can link all over the world, you can battle, you can trade. So...
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, certainly. There we go. We exited the horror of Giratina. Oh, there you are. You rock climbed right down. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Now I remember you in this footage. I remember you got the starter Turtwig, and I know that you really love.
Yeah.
You really love Torterra. Yes, you did. Yeah, you love Torterra. So it was like the moment they got Turtwig, I wanted to record you and your catch sequence there. So Cynthia, she's just kind of like, she's doing her speech there, but yeah. So there we go. And Cynthia's even thanking us for defeating Giratina. So there we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, Smarties, if I may ask, like, well, while I read these speeches and stuff, what were you usually doing? Like, I see you fishing, for example, over here, but like, what do you do when I read these speeches? Do you just like go about the story, or?
I just sit there and fish and see what I can catch. Maybe like a magic carp, maybe a shiny. You never know.
Oh man. Well, actually, in part 7, how'd you feel when I got that shiny croco?
Oh yeah.
The Crocorock in the footage.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you feel about that?
That was pretty exciting, not gonna lie.
Oh man.
But not so exciting for my ears.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I had to water down the commentary and like I had to water down my reaction because it was so loud. And I didn't want you all, the audience, to have your ears hurting like as Mortius was. So yeah, man, getting a shiny on tape is almost like winning the lottery. Essentially, it's like 1 out of 30,000. And as Mortius,
easily, yeah.
Yeah, and as Mortius, I just want to say that I hope you bump into a shiny someday, because having that exact feeling, like it's like winning the lottery game. So, yeah, man. Was this your first time you actually saw a shiny? Like, did you encounter a shiny before we did a Sinnoh walkthrough, or is this the very first time you witnessed a shiny in the wild?
I think this was the first time. Yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, so if you see a Pokemon that has a little shine sparkle there, then you know that you encountered a shiny. What's so interesting is that on another alternative account, I encountered a shiny Sandile back, I think in 2000 and I want to say 2018 or 2019. And what's so funny is that I caught the second stage of it, which was Crocorock.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there you are. There you are catching your Turtwig. I remember coaching. I was like, hey, get the Tropius. You had your Miltank. You're a little terrified of knocking it out. So yeah, there it is. So where does swoop? Like, how did you feel encountering that Turtwig there? That's on camera.
I think I was pretty excited because I just wanted a Torterra, and I finally got my shot at it through that Turtwig.
Right. Yeah, certainly. And I see that you did synthesis here, and you did synthesis, and well, actually, Turtwig did synthesis. Tropius needs to do its attacks, but I remember, like, I said do fly because you're like 10 or 9 levels below this Turtwig. So I was like, yeah, like, it's not gonna really do much. But I wanted to wait until till Turtwig was full health, and then I had you do strength a lot. Do you remember that? When I had you do strength and not fly? For Turtwig?
Yeah.
Like, I remember you Tropius, I was coaching you all the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But Turtwig got full health, so I had you use fly here, so yeah, the whole cat, like, when I did part 8, I was like, alright, I wanted this to be, like, you know, I also wanted it to be a PokeMMO YouTube episode, but I also wanted it to be an Asmodeus episode, too, because I knew this was your last day, so, you know, I filmed your Giratina fight, I filmed your Turtwig, and later on in the walkthrough, I recorded your gym fight. I had you wait. I was like, Asmodeus, don't do the gym leader yet. I want to film you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was like, this is your walkthrough. I was like, this is like your last day, so I wanted to. There you go, and you caught the Turtwig right there. So I remember that. You were so happy that day. I remember that. Yeah, I was kind of sad, like I couldn't catch a Turtwig on footage though. But
I mean, you got mine.
Yeah.
On camera.
Yeah, that's true. But the good news is that I did catch Turtwig, but just off camera.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I usually catch these Pokemon so I can document them for the Pokedex in case I need to reference them for later in the walkthrough. Yeah, and I know that I have some audiences who are, I guess you can say, a bit, well, they're obsessive compulsive, and sometimes they like the Pokedex to be one color. So that's why I insist on catching every Pokemon, at least on Roy Rogers News, but also on the PokeMMO YouTube channel. It's specifically to cater to people that are obsessive compulsive because they like to see the green rather than seeing spots of green and blue. Like I actually had some people bothered by seeing that. Well, not really on my footage per se. They were just bothered to see it in game with their Pokedexes. So I was like, all right, so they must want to see me with all green in my Pokedex.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Mortius. I remember the bridge. I made a little quip. I said, this is more of a romantic site, and you know, in the moment that you went there, I ran away. I was like, yeah, this is kind of a romantic area where I could bring.
I can't be here with you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, all right. Maybe if my future wife plays this, maybe I can bring her here if she's into Pokemon. If she's not, that's fine. But you know, I can't tell you the future. But yeah, there we go. But it's more to assume he's.
And I'm sure Kadabra can.
Oh man, you're sure Kadabra can?
Yeah, he's got a future sight.
Oh man. Oh wow. All right. Well, then again, like almost every psychic Pokemon has future sight, so you know.
That is true.
Yep. And I wanted to show you all that you can access the Send-Off Spring, but you have to fight Giratina first in order to access the Send-Off Spring. So oh yeah, I wanted to make the fight a little easier so that way it's not painful to watch. But I know some people off camera may be trying to fight Giratina while you're watching our walkthrough coverage. So I just want to say that Giratina fight is a lot harder than it looks, but I've prepped Asmodeus a lot, and Phasma I prepped a lot too. Oh man, the amount of prep that I did with you guys, like, wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like almost like just to give
It took us weeks.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was driving both of you crazy. Like I was like, here's what Giratina is. Giratina is a ghost and dragon. Here's me fighting Giratina in the past. I linked Asmodeus and Phasma my fight with Giratina on the Roy Rogers News channel. Actually, speaking about the Roy Rogers News channel, what I liked about the PokeMMO YouTube channel is that it really does fix the errors that I did in the original Sinnoh walkthrough. That's what I liked about the PokeMMO YouTube channel. So I do try to make a point to try to make the walkthrough more entertaining, more relatable to you all. So yeah. Oh yeah. And I was showing everybody that you can't get the 3 legendaries. I know that some people, they ask me about, oh yeah, well, you know, after you fight Giratina, you should be able to encounter Asoth, Mesprit, and Uxie, right? And the answer is no, you can't. Even though I have them in the thumbnail, and I probably do for Part 8, you can't get them in the Sinnoh walkthrough. You can probably get them in the dungeons in the near future, but as of the time of this taping, I don't know when that's going to be. But stay tuned to the Roy Rogers News channel for any announcement given by either Q or Desu on the PokeMMO forums, and I should be able to inform you when you can get those through Pokemon. But yeah, the development team on PokeMMO, they want to introduce legendaries very carefully, because if they introduce legendaries suddenly, then they feel like it's going to ruin the experience. Oh yeah, so there's Thunder. I got Blizzard in the previous episode, I think. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it from the Security Lakefront. So yeah, I got it from the previous episode. Yeah, I got Blizzard. So I got Thunder here, but I also wanted to. I think I got Fire Blast too. I think I flew over to Twinleaf. So yeah. Oh, I was checking to see if I remember this conversation. Yeah. So I remember I mentioned about Fire Blast not being 100% accurate, and unless you have the Octillery, because Octillery has the move Lock On, which essentially makes any move 100% accurate, and then you have the move Fire Blast. So that's what I was looking up in my Pokedex. So we flew over to Twinleaf and we got Fire Blast. So yeah. But I would say out of all those TMs, Blizzard, Thunder, and Fire Blast, I would say that Blizzard and Thunder are probably the 2 most useful TMs, because Blizzard, under hail weather, you can get 100% Blizzards, and in rain weather, you can get Thunder 100% accurate. But Fire Blast, you don't have the same privilege. So, yeah. Fire Blast is powerful, don't get me wrong, but it's just not 100% accurate. I would encourage you to run Flamethrower over Fire Blast because of that very fact. If you're going for a special attacking fire type move. Anyways, I don't mean to overburden you with competitive commentaries. Mortius just wanted to inform the viewers about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, certainly. No problem. Yep, and there's me getting Fire Blast there. Alright. Now... Oh. Actually, I didn't know my encoder sped it up. Alright. She sped up the fights. Oh yeah, I wanted to check to see if there was any other hidden items or any items around the premises. I didn't think so, but I wanted to check. So I didn't have the map on hand. I knew I could have gotten the map. I have the Pokemon Platinum guidebook with me, but I didn't want to film and pop in the guidebook because I didn't want to take too much time. So, yeah, there we go. So I think... Oh yeah, so I went over to... Yeah, so this, speaking about a part that I didn't cover on the Roy Rogers News channel in the original Sinnoh walkthrough, I went ahead and I went to the place where you can rock climb and you can get Ice Beam, which is a really good TM. So, yeah, but I wanted to fight everybody so that way you can see what move pools everybody has. So yeah, actually, if you hear papers in my recording, I'm gonna just kind of like brush the papers here so you can hear them. Yeah, there we go. You heard the papers? I printed off all the pictures of the hidden items that Mighty Boxer posted on his guide, and I would like to thank Mighty Boxer for giving me all the hidden item locations for the Sinnoh region. So yeah, I use Mighty Boxer's item guide to help me out here, and this took a lot of prep to do. And when I do Unova soon, I have another printout for that as well. So yeah, you can stay tuned to that. Hopefully I can have a new co-host with me to accompany me, because I know that the reason why I have a co-host for almost every walkthrough, for the exception of the Victory Road, which I can get to in a moment, but the reason why I have a co-host is because a lot of you have responded positively to a co-host with me, and yeah, and especially with the chemistry that Asmodeus and Phasme had early on, you all had quite a positive reaction towards Asmodeus and Phasme, so yeah, so Asmodeus, just want to let you know that the audience loves you.
Oh, good to know. Thank you. We love you too.
Awesome. Great. So, yeah, and Asmodeus, I remember when you were constantly berated by the Meditate and the, I think, I'm not sure if you encountered Snowrod. Maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were so angry at one of those monkeys. I think did you body slam one of them?
Yes, sir. I just had to.
Oh, man. Oh, wow. You
Had to crush him.
Oh, man. Yeah. No. Alright. So, I remember I was just kind of laughing inside. Like, I was like, oh boy. Yeah. You know, this morning you came up with a lot of jokes, but I do have to say, there was one slip up that I did in part 7, and that was with the Galactic Grunt in part 7 near the end of the walkthrough. And I was like, oh, well, you know, originally when she was like, I'm gonna send you packing home, I was like, oh, well, originally my line was, I'm gonna send you home so you can pack for me, but then the moment they said, I'm gonna send you home, I was like, oh shoot, how does that sound? And all of a sudden, Mortis caught right onto it, and he kept digging it in. He's like, yeah, so I knew all along that Galactic Grunts were your type. I was like, oh no, what have I done? What have I done? And all of a sudden, you know, after I got done fighting the Galactic Grunts, I was like, okay. After I got done fighting the female Galactic Grunt, I was like, I tried to get into another scene, and then Mortis like, hi! I'm like, hello, how you doing? Yeah, I gave I gave her your number, so if you get a call, don't worry about it. I was like, oh man, that was a genuine slip up. That was not rehearsed in any way. Oh man, I was like, I try to keep these walkthroughs family friendly, but oh boy, that was a royal slip up.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mortis, did that make your night?
That definitely made my night.
Oh man. Whew. Wow. But yeah, I remember. Like, I remember you fought this person, and you know the ace trainer in the snow. So yeah, I remember. Did that Durant do wonders for you? Like, especially with home claws, and I think it just took down the whole 7th gym. I didn't film your battle, but from what I heard from you, you told me that Durant, you just did one home claws and you just knocked out everything, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. He just killed everyone.
Oh, man. Wow. So, yeah, so Miltank, what I liked about this Miltank was that it heal belled, so essentially, if you're poisoned or something like that, you can be able to heal yourself up, and without having to use any items in game.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I was like, man, you know, this would be great for Asmodeus to use for the walkthrough. So I remember when I was actually training these Pokemon for you, and I got you know MPDH, the lady that I thought was whispering me but turns out she was in the global chat and she just had her
Yeah.
chatting green. I remember I was like, MPDH should, I was like, how you doing? And then, and then MPDH was like, oh yeah, how you doing today? Oh, good. I'm just training some Pokemon for my co-hosts, so, and these are the Pokemon, these are the Pokemon I was leveling up while, so, so I had you and Phasma in mind when I was building these Pokemon.
Aw,
Yeah.
sweet.
And also so that way you can handle Giratina a lot easier, so. Yeah. But, yeah, so there was actually, I think later on in the walkthrough there's a Zap plate that we encounter. Oh yeah, now you might have noticed in every thumbnail, you might notice that I have some of the type plates. And some of this in a walkthrough. I felt like that was a mistake on Roy Rogers News, that I didn't do enough of the plates in the thumbnails, so I wanted to fix that. So that's why I put that in every thumbnail that I feature plates. So that way you know that there's a plate in the episode. Because I know that there's some people that look for these plates, so I wanted to make it easier for everybody to do that. So, yeah, man. So, I remember when Mortis and I were just kind of traversing through the snow. So, yeah, there's the heal house there, just in case we needed to go there. Yep. And we're about to go over to do the rock climb, and then we're going to fight the other trainers there. So, yeah. And it's more of the stuff like that. Were the walkthroughs episodes very, were they very dynamic? I mean, how did you feel about the walkthrough episodes? Well, if we can go into the mind of Asmodeus, how fun were the walkthroughs?
I think they were very fun, not gonna lie.
Nice.
I had a blast, personally.
Ah, that's great. Yeah, certainly. I mean, but what were you thinking every day when you were filming the walkthrough? Were you thinking oh boy, this is gonna be epic, or I gotta stay up till 1 a.m. to do this. What was your mindset when we did these?
I was more like, ooh, I mean, generally, I was pretty excited.
Oh, nice.
To do the walkthroughs, because it was just fun going around, going through different places, and learning how to play the game.
That's great. Yeah, certainly. And I remember when you and Fasme, very early on, I remember when you and Fasme were in a group, and some guy was like, Asmodeus and Fasme, they don't know much about Pokemon. I'm like, oh, don't worry. After we get done with our walkthrough, Asmodeus and Fasme might know more about Pokemon than they did previously. So, am I right? Do you know more about Pokemon?
Oh, definitely.
Certainly. And by the way, you don't have to be on camera to come back. You can always come back to PokeMMO. You and Phasme, both of you are invited to come back anytime. Yeah.
We'll see when we can. Maybe sometime in the future. You never know.
Oh. Oh, that's great. What's so funny is that I don't even... It's kind of interesting how my encoder just sped up the whole battle. I think that's... That wasn't even intended. Just seeing these... We do the commentary, just speeding up the... Oh, man. That's really... Oh, my, what's going on with that lady? Oh, boy, she's kind of going fast. Okay. But yeah. Alright. But hey, at least the footage was recovered. I tried my best to do everything I can to get the footage recovered. So, yeah. There we go. So, man. So this morning, was there a point when you ran out of repels? I remember at part 7 in Mount Cornet, you started getting wild encounters. I forgot that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh.
It's alright. It happens.
All right. Yeah, certainly. You know, before taping, I should have gotten you some repels prior. So.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, yeah. At least I know next time. You know, when I feature another co-host, I can get some max repels to make sure that doesn't happen. But yeah. There we go. So, I just wanted to see if there were any hidden items. Because I knew that some people would probably write me and ask me to do the item finder there. Even though I knew that there was no hidden items there, I just wanted to... I wanted to kind of relax those worries. So, yeah. And I think, if I remember correctly, we went over... Oh, we went to Sand Gem. Okay. Oh yeah, we need to go to the professor. Yeah, because the professor... Like, there was a NPC blocking you on your way to Sunny Shore unless you talk to the professor. So... Yeah, so there we go. So, there's Professor Rowan. It's so funny how a lot of these professors have names that are after trees. Like the Rowan tree, the oak tree, the elm tree, the birch tree. Yeah. All the professors are named after trees of some sort, you know? Well, at least all the professors on PokeMMO. I don't know about future professors. Like, well, I mean, I know that Generation 6, like, because I stopped following Pokemon, you know, when Generation 6 came around. So, Professor Sycamore. Is Sycamore a tree? I think so, right?
Sycamore. Could be.
I think...
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I knew it was a tree. I was like, yeah, just... But, you know... But it's more since you're able to pop in the Google search and I can't because I'm filming, I wanted to ask you about it, so... There we go. So,
I got you.
Certainly. Yeah, so... Man. Yeah, I was... I remember when I discovered that my sound cut out, I was like, oh no! And, you know, remember I was panicking, I was like, when am I gonna get his Mortius back? And, you know, and thankfully you're here on Sunday, but, you know, yeah, I was really panicking, you know.
Happens. It's a bit shocking.
Yeah, certainly. But at least the beginning part was recorded, so at least you know the general feel of what the walkthrough would have been if the sound would have not cut out. But we are trying to remedy the situation by giving you some of the behind the scenes of the walkthrough. So, yeah, and sometimes when I think Phasma, she said something about that she would cover for you for the rest of the walkthrough, because I remember I think you had to go. So, so yeah, so what happened was that when I had you come back, I think I guided you to the items that you missed in the recording. So, yeah, do you remember that when I got that for you? Oh, there's hidden item. Let's go and ding that. There we go. I'm pretending like this is live footage, but yeah, there's our very first hidden item, the PP Up, which is a really good item, especially if you want to restore your moves. So, yeah. And 3 PP Ups are equivalent to 1 PP Max. I remember this scene. I was wondering, why are you dancing? Like, you were dancing, like, right by the PP up item, and you were suddenly, like, dancing like you're full of euphoria or something. Like, I was like, man, this board is alright? Wait, I was, like, distancing myself, like, okay, I'm just running away from this one.
I was just enjoying my PP up. Well, I found it, and you haven't found it yet.
Oh, man.
And I was like, when's he gonna notice?
Oh, man. So, yeah. Alright. Oh, man, you were just, like, breakdancing. Well, I know this is a family-friendly publication, but, I know some people in team chat, some people that, in private conversations when they see that item. Let's just say there's another thing that comes to mind with that item that I don't want to say here on camera, but
Another type of PP.
yeah, but I guess it's a bit of juvenile humor that I don't really want to get to, but oh yeah, I should notice that I want a Parasect to star, because Parasect generally is a terrible Pokemon, but I want my Parasect to star whenever it can, so I figure, why not? Just let Parasect star a little bit. What's the harm in letting Parasect star? Even though when I was picking this team, I was thinking like, okay, I need something to fit within the rules because I got a Fire Flying type, and I can't repeat a type. I can't repeat a type another time. So I got Fire Flying Charizard, Ground Marowak, Fighting Primate, Water Psychic Starmie, and Poison Weezing. And the sixth Pokemon, I was like, okay, what can I do here? Well, Butterfree is pretty terrible for the Sinnoh walkthrough. Oh no, Parasect! So I was like, okay. Let me... Well, at least attack is 90 something, so I was like, yeah, okay. I'm willing to do Parasect. So, it's like, okay. I gotta make this thing hit as hard as possible. So I bred it with the plus attack nature, and I made sure the EVs are like max attack. I was like, I want to make sure this thing hit hard, as hard as it can for a Parasect, which is a pretty tall order, but I still tried to make it happen. So yeah, that's why you rarely see Parasect, because Parasect is not really that good, which is unfortunate. Now, for anybody listening to this walkthrough, they're probably thinking, I'm inspired by the PokeMMO Stadium YouTube channel to run a Parasect with Spore, because I've seen PokeMMO Stadium run it in the Sinnoh walkthrough. Don't! Please don't! Do not run a Parasect if you don't have to. There's a much better option. Breloom. Breloom is a much better option if you want to run a Spore Pokemon. And actually, as Mortius, I don't want to reveal too much about your competitive team, but I think I encourage you to breed a Breloom. It's not done yet, but I think I encourage you to breed a Breloom, right?
Definitely, still on it.
Alright, yeah, certainly. Don't worry. Once Mortius is done, he's going to be a lean, mean fighting machine.
Yes,
Oh, man. Alright. So... Oh, wow. So there's Fling right there. And... Yeah, I remember... there's another... I think I wanted to get that hidden item, but I was waiting for his Mortius to catch on to what I was trying to do. It's like, I waited for his Mortius to get done with his bicycle exercises, and then once he came to me, then I started going towards the item. Whereas you knew where the item was right away. Like, you saw it before I did.
Yes,
Oh, man. And now you know why I don't like to use Parasect. Because Parasect, even though it has a decent attack stat, it is slow. Let's go ahead and ding that. There's our hidden Ultra Ball. Alright, there we go. I left enough room for the ding. Now, I know that some people are probably wondering, like, hey, Roy, how can you ding the hidden items? And that, there are really a few reasons. One is if you're watching the walkthrough organically, I want to kind of let you know, just in case you're relaxing. Usually when I think of someone watching my walkthrough, I don't think of somebody, really glued to the YouTube video. Sometimes there are some people like that. But usually when I think of the walkthrough, I think of people just kind of like relaxed on their couch, they're eating popcorn, and and they want to watch a movie in a sense. So that's what I try to do. I try to give the movie experience for the walkthrough. So yeah, that's what I usually like to do with these walkthrough episodes. With these walkthrough episodes, I usually try to make it like you're watching a movie. So yeah, man. So this morning, if I may ask, did you know about Riley before I mentioned them to you, or before you were introduced to the character?
Oh, it's your cousins.
For real, did you know about Riley before I
I
introduced
actually
you?
had no idea. No.
Really? Alright. So it was like, the moment that I saw you and Riley, was like, yeah. Remember when I just went up and down on my bike, it's like, wait a minute. You two are brothers. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was like, man. In fact, I think in part 6, I remember I superimposed you and Riley back to back in the part 6 thumbnail. I was like, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna superimpose you guys.
Just look very similar.
Oh man. So, if I mean, it's like, do you watch some of these videos as they're released on YouTube, or not really?
I do give it a look, yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh man. Well, at least you and Phasma could look back, at all the memories that you had.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, the PokeMMO YouTube channel is still in progress, and hey, I'm just gonna say this: if Johto or Pokemon Black and White are ever implemented on PokeMMO, well then, that means that the PokeMMO YouTube channel is probably going to cover it. In fact, I already pre-prepared teams for that. I haven't bred up the Pokemon yet, but I've already pre-prepared the teams. So, yeah, especially for Johto, because I'm a little worried that Johto might come out after I'm done with the Sinnoh walkthrough, or well, not really come out, but would be announced. So I was a little nervous. So yeah, I don't know when the development team is going to announce Johto. I don't know any intel about Johto, but hopefully once Johto is announced, I can be able to have the necessary resources prepared for it. So hopefully I can have a co-host that's as enthusiastic as Mortius or Phasma. Oh yeah, speaking about items that I forgot to get in the Roy Rogers News channel, that was one of them. PP Up. That was an item that I forgot to get over there at the corner of the house. So, and I think this is where I started battling fishermen, and I think I fought a tuber, and then I started getting hidden items. Alright, I hope you enjoy the commentary from Asmodeus and I about the behind the scenes, about the Pokemon Stadium walkthrough series, at least in the Sinnoh edition. I should note that there was one hidden item that we forgot here, so let's go ahead and get that right now. And let's go ahead and ding that. That's going to be our full restore. And on that note, let's go ahead and go back to the original coverage of the Pokemon Stadium walkthrough series, behind the scenes edition. Remember, I was thinking, like, where's this Mortius? It's like, here's Mortius. Was I remember I was trying to pull you over here. I was like, Mortius, can you come over here for a moment? And I think I was trying to get you to look at a hidden item, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there we go. Let's go and ding that. Remember the tiny mushrooms, Mortis?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh man. Yeah, then we surfed over there. Then there was another hidden island. Let's go and ding that. There's the big mushroom. Again, I know there's juvenile humor that some people do, but there are some people that link a tiny mushroom and a PP up, and then there are people that link a big mushroom and a PP up. I'm like, you know, I can't help but to giggle at that, but but I'm like, oh man.
I would never do such a thing.
Really?
I might have done it in one of the episodes.
Oh man, you're like, you're the same person that gave a Team Galactic lady my number in part
Yes.
7. So, yeah, that's kind of rich coming from you. All right, but yeah. Anyways, so only on PokeMMO can you fight children and get in-game cash for it.
Oh, what?
Only on, well, at least on the Pokemon franchise, they allow for this.
That sounded very, very interesting without context.
Well, I mean, have you, October 31st in the update logs that Q usually writes, he almost always writes in these update logs, you can beat up children and you can steal candy from them too!
And get paid.
Oh man. Yeah. Oftentimes when I, like, in an update log, see, I don't know, like, Q really does get quite creative with those update logs. So, yeah, for anybody who doesn't know who Q is, he's one of the developers for PokeMMO, so sometimes he would write an update log, and Roy Rogers News, it's actually the thing that I read. I read the update log directly. But I just don't scroll down the update because I don't want to bore you. But yeah, because in game I can just go into a certain setting and then I can read the update log to you all. So, and then link it down in the description just in case you want to read along with me. But yeah, Oh man, Parasect. I remember at the very last Fisherman, Parasect couldn't survive anymore because Gyarados suddenly had Hurricane, I think, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so... But I remember Parasect was just knocking people out, surprisingly. Like, it was surprising how far Parasect got me. It's like, really? This is coming from a Parasect? But yeah, like I said, Parasect is terrible. Don't use it for any serious... Not even for story. Don't even use it for a story run. Don't use Parasect. Unless you know what you're doing. Unless you know what you're doing, don't use a Parasect. Unless you want to torture yourself. In fact, Parasect is so bad to the point where I didn't even want to subject it to the Giratina fight. Like, I was debating with myself, like, should I feature in the Giratina fight? And I was like, nope, don't want to do it. I don't want to subject Parasect to the horror and terror of being knocked out by Giratina. But what's so surprising is all 3 Pokemon that I had didn't get knocked out. Charizard, Marowak, and Starmie. I thought one of them would get knocked out, and then I would have to pull in... Like, my backup plan was, just in case one of them got knocked out, I probably would have pulled in either Weezing or I'd pop in Marowak, and then I would just spam Iron Head and Shadow Ball. And actually, I made this team having Giratina in mind. Well, not Parasect. Parasect is the exception to the rule. So, Parasect I did not make with Giratina in mind, but Parasect was just there because I had to, I was due to the rules of the run, I was kind of stuck with having it. So, whether I wanted it or not. Oh, man. I was actually looking forward to filming this in a walkthrough when I had Parasect. I was like, how is Parasect gonna get through Sinnoh? And the answer is, it surprised me. It really did. I guess it goes to show that if you train up your Pokemon, it can do almost anything. Well, not fight Giratina, but other than that, it can do almost anything. So, Mortius, if I may ask, like, were you laughing at Parasact's debut, or not really?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Parasact is just terrible. Like, I remember the water gym when Phasma is like, well, like, I remember it was like, how's my Parasact look? Does it look great? It's like, well, do you want the honest answer? Or do you want the sugar-coated answer? And I was like, oh, I want the honest answer. Parasact can handle the truth. And Phasma was like, well, you know, she said in a polite way, it looked terrible, but she said it in the most polite way possible. And I remember I was like, yeah, I can hear Parasact crying. So I was like, Parasact can handle it, it's okay. And then, you know, then Phasma, she was like, aw. I was like, yeah, but, yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about Parasact. Parasact's gonna be okay. So, you remember that when Parasact was, where I was pretending that Parasact was crying after what Phasma
Yes,
told me? Oh, man. Yeah, good times. So, yeah, Smartest move. If I may ask, what was it like using your steel ant? And you even had fun with it off camera. I even saw you like doing a bunch of trainer runs with Durant off camera. Like you really loved that thing.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, like how does it feel?
Really fun.
Oh man, it was fun. So, like, if I may ask, like, how did you enjoy it off camera? Oh, let's go and dig that. Let's go and dig that. There's the pearl. There we go. Got it. Good. All right. And this is where we get all the hidden items, I think. So let's go and ding that. There's the heart scale. And I think that there's another hidden item someplace. Let's go ahead and check this. Check this. Oh. Let's go ahead and ding that. There's the heart scale. Yep. And I got that. Oh yeah, and there's the Pokeball I forgot about, so I try to make my way up there to get cut. Oh yeah, so I got the Pearl. Yep. And I got all these items, I think. Maybe I got the full restore, maybe I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, there's the Carbos. Yeah, by the way I'm going there, I probably got the full restore already. So yeah, so as Mortis, if I may ask, like, prior to playing PokeMMO, what was your general exposure to Pokemon?
I just saw the anime, that's it. And I had like trading cards from back when I was a kid. I got up to like Gen 3, I guess.
Oh, nice. Oh, and as for the other question that I forgot to say with the Durant. So, when you're using Durant, how does it feel to use Durant? Like, I saw you off camera using Durant during your trainer runs. I didn't mean to interrupt you. There was just a lot of hidden items I had to ding.
Well, the Duran was just insane. You could just one-shot anything.
Oh man, yeah, I was like, I need to let Asmodeus loan this from me. So, yeah, like the moment that I had, I was like, what? Like I was thinking in my mind, like, what would be good to run against Giratina. And I thought, oh, okay. Yeah, I thought a good thing to have is a Durant. So, yeah. Now, I know that some people are probably going to say, you know, they actually Durant. I know that some people they say, oh, Durant, Heatmore was created specifically to be a way to destroy Durant, and Heatmore, the Unova Anteater thing. But let me just say that there's a more efficient way to destroy Durant, because Heatmore is not really too reliable, considering the fact that Durant could have Stone Edge. You can try Dragon-type Pokemon with fire moves. Try that, or try some other Pokemon with a fire move. Any Pokemon with a fire move. It doesn't have to be Heatmore. In fact, I'd say Heatmore is pretty slow. So, yeah, don't, there we go. So I think I wanted to trade you for the I realized my mistake, and what I did was that I got you 99 maximum repels. Like, I realized my mistake I should have given you these repels in part 7. So it's like, so I wanted to give you the max repels for the rest of your duration of the walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that when I just suddenly traded you like 99 repels?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh man. Oh yeah, and this is where you get the effort ribbon. Yeah, this is after you EV train your Pokemon, and then you get a little effort ribbon, which boosts the happiness of the Pokemon if you want. But yeah, I remember I was kind of having fun. I was saying, hey, I want to talk to the ribbon lady there as if I'm one of the merchants. And also, I wanted to film Charizard getting the ribbon. Oh yeah, I should note that if you want your Pokemon to get a ribbon, make sure it's the very first Pokemon in your party. The effort ribbon, so... Yeah, and I could have done it for the rest of the Pokemon, but I didn't want to do them all on camera, because I didn't want to waste your time. But I wanted to show you where you can get the effort ribbon. You can get it in Hoenn, or you can get it in Sinnoh. Yeah, so I think I went to the second floor now. I think what I did was I went to the second floor. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, well, where am I going? Oh! Oh, yeah! There was a hidden item right there. Let's go and ding that. I said that Carbos went pretty fast. Oh, man. Hidden Carbos. Oh, this walkthrough's pretty sped up. Alright. There's Flint right there, but, I think I got the Zap plate somewhere. Oh, there's the Pokeball, but you get the Thunderstone. Alright. Alright, and then there's the hidden Zap plate, which is somewhere in that proximity. Yep. Text engraved in the back of this obtained plate. Android reading these. 3 beings were born in divine time and space. Alright. I enjoyed reading the plates because... Not because I believe in the lore of the Sinnoh region, I don't. But the reason why I enjoy reading these is because it kind of adds character to the plates. Because normally items don't have text engraved on them. So yeah, I remember when I was reading them. So... yeah. So, as more as... if I may ask, how did it feel to battle the trainers for the last time? you know, at least for your part, fighting the trainers for the last time, you know, before you get to the gym, you fight all those swimmers.
hmm it's pretty awkward because it's like, oh, is this the last time I'll be fighting them?
Well, I mean, the last time on camera, but you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was like,
yeah. It's just a bit like, ooh, this is the last time.
yeah. But you know, like I said, that's why I wanted to make the walkthrough. You know, your walkthrough. You know, I wanted to make it your walkthrough in a sense by filming the gyms, and even though this still has a Pokemon Steam YouTube theme to it, I still wanted to make it your walkthrough.
Oh,
So that's why I filmed a lot of your stuff. So yeah, so I remember I was switching up the parties there, and there was actually a hidden item right by the swimmer, but I think, if I remember correctly, I think you fought the swimmer while I was trying to get the hidden item. Or I think we both fought the swimmer. I don't know. I forgot this scene, but yeah. I remember we were strategizing here about what we were going to do, and either that or I think I was waiting for Asmodeus to... Oh, so we both fought the swimmer. Okay. Then after that, then we got the hidden item. And then I was waiting for you to conclude your fight so you can get the hidden... I think it was a heart skill, right? Yeah, it was a heart skill. So... Luminion. Okay. In this camera footage, and I'm gonna... I trashed Luminion. I'm gonna do that here, even off camera. Luminion is just a terrible Pokemon competitively. Okay. Yes, I own the name Luminion. The Pokemon. I own the Pokemon name Luminion. I own the name. But it's a horrible Pokemon. There are much better water Pokemon that you can use. You know, whether it be Starmie, whether it be Alamola, or whether it be... Oh man, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I hope... There I did. And in Yu, you can use a lot of better water Pokemon. You know. Oh yeah, you have Azumarill. There are so many water-type Pokemon that you can use. There's just no reason to use Luminion. Unless you truly love it. If you truly love it, okay, but it's just pretty terrible. It's majestic, yes, but it's not really too useful. I think there are much better options that you can have out there. But, yeah, as Mortis, when you saw Luminion, did you think of it as a beautiful Pokemon, or?
yeah, definitely. I think it was a really pretty one.
Alright. Let's go and ding that. There's the heart scale. There we go. So, if you see me waiting, it's because I'm waiting for Asmodeus, so I want to make sure I didn't go too far without him, so that way I can guide Asmodeus around. So... Yeah, there's Barrel. I have to say, thanks to the YouTube channel Dorkly, they have made Barrel's pre-evolution into a meme of sorts. Like Bidoof.
Mhm.
Oh man. Morris, have you ever watched the Dorkly? I know some people are probably going to ask you about that.
Oh, I haven't. No.
Oh, alright. Yeah, it's like an animation series. But anyway, so there's like a Bidoof that's kind of like a meme on there. I'm not really much of a Dorkly watcher myself, but, you know, yeah, it's a little fun to watch, but, you know, it's not really my type of content. But, yeah. So I remember I was filming your, like, I remember, like, you were shocked when I trained you about how to use Miltank, and I was like, go to this gym, go to the ghost gym, and then use body slam. And at first you're like, no, I can't do that. It's like, yeah, you can. You have the scrappy ability. Do you remember when I first gave you the Miltank?
Yeah, I remember. I was shocked. I was like, what? How is this even possible?
Yeah, certainly. I was like, hey, you can use it. I was like, yeah. So, yep, you can indeed use it. So, yeah, I think you're gonna win easily. Sometimes I really like these NPC dialogues. I just kind of laugh a little bit, and I try to think like, okay, what can be my comeback line to this? Sometimes I don't have any comeback line, but sometimes, you know, sometimes like the galactic people, I have to say, some of them had the most hilarious lines. What did you think about the galactic?
Oh, definitely.
People?
Yeah.
Yeah, like galactic, you know, they're like, oh, you know, something's smelly, and then he has this skunk. He's like, oh wait, it's me that's smelly.
Same.
Or, you know, or they may say something like, hey, you know, like, you know, especially Cyrus. Cyrus, like, just like, when I was going through the walkthrough, and when I was doing Cyrus, like, generally I think of Cyrus as kind of like a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, yeah, I don't think you're off with that.
yeah, you know, like, who would ever, like, go around and try to, like, redo the world? Like, that's, like, that's pretty radical, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, like, I don't think I've ever met a boss that tried to do that. Well, I guess Genesis to a lesser extent, but not really. I would say that you know, well, I mean, Genesis is in the Unova region, but Genesis just more wants to destroy the world. He's not trying to redo the world. That's like a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I love about Team Plasma is that they pretend like, oh yeah, we want to free Pokemon and have them be in harmony. When in reality they just want to destroy everything. But you know, it's almost like every stereotypical Pokemon game. But that's Unova region. In Team Galactic universe, it's like, instead of just destroying everything, why not go back in time and like do this radical thing, like some sort of like 80s like, I guess it's family friendly, like some sort of 80s LSD high, like something like this is like something like this would be the thing that you would hear from like some guy who's high, like, yeah, man, yeah, bro, I'm gonna redo the world. Then he smokes a doobie or something, like, yeah, it's like that's what Cyrus is like. Cyrus is like that guy.
Definitely, yeah.
I was like, oh man. So Cyrus is just so cringe sometimes. I'm like, okay, you want to redo the world, huh? But yeah, I mean, in the Roy Rogers News channel, like Roy Rogers News, like I tried to make the Sinnoh experience a little bit different from your regular Sinnoh experience. I know that there are so many YouTubers that have done so many walkthroughs about the Sinnoh walkthrough, So, for the Roy Rogers News Channel, Cyrus is a bit more crazy than he was initially. And it was pretty hard to do that, but on the Pokemon YouTube channel, I didn't have to make him crazy because I have a Pokemon Stadium team. This is a Pokemon Stadium theme, so I had the differentiation between this walkthrough and almost every other walkthrough, where it's like using a Pokemon Stadium inspired team in the Sinnoh region. And plus having co-hosts is really nice too. So yeah, I remember you really loved that. You loved that Durant. You really did, I remember.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I remember one time in part 7 where I remember I was pretending to read an email from Team Galactic. It's like, be careful of a guy with a feather in his cap and a tuxedo. I was like, looks something like you. And I looked to you, I was like, it looks something like you. Well. And all of a sudden you suddenly, you're like, oh, that's not me. And all of a sudden you wore your top hat again. I was like, are you alright, man? It's like, oh yeah. Oh, I've always been like this. I kind of looked at you. It's like, really? I was like, you've okay. And then I went downstairs like, hey, can you get that ferocious guy again? Just to fight Team Galactic. He's like, okay. Hey, ferocious guy, fight Team Galactic again. And then you came back with your feather cap.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh man, I remember that quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, these swimmers, I mean, they're pretty intense. They're do you remember like some of these swimmers were just kind of like trying to give like I guess kind of a flirtatious message at times. Like I felt kind of like when I was reading these dialogues, I felt like I kind of smiled a little bit. It's like okay, I'm gonna read this on camera, okay. And it's like,
yeah,
man, do you remember that? You remember reading those dialogues? And
oh, definitely, yeah.
Maurice, was there ever like a dialogue that you read and you were thinking like, boy, am I looking forward to you reading this dialogue on camera?
There have been a few. I don't really remember any from the top of my head, but I do remember thinking that.
Oh man. Oh wow. But do you remember that? Oh, this one is real good. Do you remember when in one of the parts where I think this was the last part that Phasma was in? Do you remember that one place in the defog area where it's like the lady and the guy were having a little bit too much fun, and in the defog area, and I was like, Mortis, I need to pull you out of here. What are you doing, man? Don't be looking at them. What's wrong with you, man? And I kept trying to pull you. I was like, I'm gonna pull you, man. You don't get out of here. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh man. I was like, it's Mortis, what are you doing? And then I was like, what on earth is going on with you guys? So like, don't ask. Do you remember that?
You don't ask. Nothing you need to know about.
Like these two people are just like having a little bit too much fun on camera, But it's like, I don't even want to repeat the dialogue, but I was like, oh man, like this is gonna be kind of interesting to read. I remember when this guy was like blah 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 blah, and I was like, it's Mortius. This man has drowned. It's like, as long as you run away, we're not complicit in the crime. And I'm like, what on earth are you talking about? Like, well, I mean, we didn't drown him. He drowned himself. Let's go and get out of here. remember you said that.
I mean, if we didn't do it, we don't need to pay for it.
Yeah, I remember you said something like that. Oh man, like, you know, how did you come up with these little quips?
I don't come up with that. I'm joking. Yeah, I don't know. It's just natural, I guess.
Oh man. All right. And
So
before
I'm not a killer.
I see. All right. There you are. Oh wow. All right. Oh, and there's the sailor right there. Yeah. I do have to say, Phasme really did raise the profile of Marowak. Like, Phasme really did make Marowak famous.
Mhm.
It's like, why is that thing staring at me? Like, you remember that? I think that was like, oh man, it was like part. I want to say part 4. I'm not sure. I think it was like part 4 when we did the Unknown Cave, and we were at the very top getting the rare candy. Remember, Phasme was like, that thing is looking at me. Why is that thing looking at me? It's like, what? I didn't do anything. I'm okay. Wait, like, do you remember that? That was a good time.
Yeah, that's really funny.
It's like, Smortius, go come with me. You know, I'm gonna protect you from a certain nurse. Oh no, I'm gonna heal. Like, there's a nurse on a bike. I can't do anything. Oh man.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh well, all right. But yeah, I mean, you never knew what was coming up in those walkthroughs. You never know. Especially when a co-host is involved. When the NPCs are involved, I guess you can prep for it, but when you have co-hosts, you never know. Like you always keep the content fun.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, and then, yeah, we got the Ultra Ball, and I think we got the very last hidden item. Or at least the very last hidden item for Asmodeus' debut. Right over here, I think. Oh, yep. Let's go and ding that. There's the heart scale. I was waiting for Asmodeus to get it, and then I think we surfed and we fought the remaining trainers. And I think I remember, like you said, that there was a male swimmer that was the very last trainer that Asmodeus was going to fight, and then we went to the gym fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright. Oh! My favorite guy is someone that looks good in the sea. I remember reading that by the swimmer Gabriel, and I was like, Smortius, I think she's talking about you. And then, you know, did you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh man. Like, I was like, just reading that, I was like, okay, well, I know I have Asmodeus here, but please remain family friendly. Yeah, the tide is going out. I was like, I was kind of like looking in astonishment that she even said something like that. But I was like, all right. But then there were like 2 more trainers that we had to fight.
Mhm.
Yeah, your Miltank really did do wonders in the walkthrough.
Yes, sir.
Actually, no. There are 3 more trainers. So there's... Yeah, did you know I was crowned in the swimsuit competitions? Now I'm trying to win at a Pokemon contest. Yeah, I was kind of laughing a little bit. I was like, okay, I know what she was referring to. Like, a little off note. Like, there are beauty pageants in real life. She's probably referring to that. So, that was kind of that was probably a reference to that, but, you know. I didn't want to go too much in detail because of family friendly. You know.
Yeah.
But I remember, I was like, oh man. I remember looking at this Luminion, I'm like, Luminion is terrible! And then the waterfalls and flinches, I'm like, I think I said it's still terrible. You know? Like, don't use this thing! This is not indicative of Luminion's performance. Yeah, there we go. The Luminion is just terrible. Because, like, really, there's no reason to use a Luminion. There's no reason. Maybe Luminion's your favorite Pokemon? Okay, fine. But, there's really no reason to use Why should you use Luminion? Why? Like, what is it, because it looks pretty? Like, other than it looking pretty, great, but why?
Pretty.
What?
Pretty. If it looks pretty, you have to use it. Definitely.
Well, then by that logic, you should use Milotic.
Yes, Melodic looks amazing.
Yes. Milotic is a lot better than Luminion. And has more defense.
Mhm.
Yeah. But... oh, man. I love the fact that, you know... yeah. Like she says, oh, I'm speechless. I never lose when I'm in my bathing suit. Or when I'm in my swimsuit. And I remember reading that dialogue, I'm like, okay, that's a certain reference that I can't say on camera because family friendly. But, oh, I could probably say it here. Like, there are a fair amount of men that try to impress women sometimes, and sometimes they go a little too easy on them, and they're like, oh, hey, you won, you're powerful. You know, so, yeah, just to kind of court the lady, but, yeah, I remember, like, reading, I was like, oh, man, that's, you know, but I didn't want to say that on camera because family friendly, but, yeah.
Mhm.
I was wondering, I was pondering with, like, why is this guy in the corner? Like, the guy we were fighting against, like why on earth is this guy in the corner? And then, yeah, I remember you were there. And I remember I was like, okay, Asmodeus, now we're going to go over to the very last trainer. Remember we got the ball there, and then we went to the very last trainer. I think he's the last trainer before you get to the waterfall.
Mhm.
And actually, I think I filmed your fight first, and then I fought him afterwards. I wanted to film your very last trainer fight.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, Crunch and Draco Meteor. Oh, man. Sometimes I love your your over dramatic use of Draco Meteor. Like, for example, a cat that just put your aunt to sleep is like, I'm gonna be soft on the cat. No, and then you said, blank off. You killed my Durant. How dare you? Like,
I remember.
I remember you went from kind of a, your usual Asmodeus self to a sort of rough and tumble Asmodeus mode. So, yeah, this was your very last trainer fight. So, how did you feel after you got done fighting that Gyarados?
I felt pretty good.
Oh,
I think it
that's
was a
great.
pretty good milestone for me, not gonna lie.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so now I can fly over to the Sunny Shore City. So I mentioned that while we were there. So while we're at the waterfalls. Here's more. So after we get done doing this commentary, would you be interested in a live sign-off where we sign off in the game after we get done with the 8th badge?
Can we do it in a bit? Because I do have to eat as well. How about I do it after I eat?
Well, alright, this is on camera. Everything's on camera, folks. Everything's on camera. But this is an actual conversation that Morrison and I have quite a bit. But I usually try to cut these conversations out because, I know this is Maurice's private business, but it's one of the rare times where you get to see behind the scenes.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, like we are human, like, And by the way, I was pointing out to Maurice that that's a Munchlax stone formation. So yeah, there's Flint right there, which we can film in part 9. Actually, I can film part 9. Usually, traditionally, I filmed the Elite Four sequences by myself, since you can't bring in co-hosts, and I figured it'd be not natural to bring in a co-host for the Elite Four sequence, so that episode might come out soon, but I was waiting to film part 9 until I got part 8 situated. So I wanted to get that done. Alright, so there we go. And these are your very last gym fights, Maurice. I know a lot of people on PokeMMO who love Periesu.
Who love what?
Periesu, the squirrel. The Sinnoh squirrel. Yeah, it's quite a cute Pokemon. I know some people who like it. The shiny version, instead of having blue, it has a purple tinge to it. The fur is the same. The fur is white, but the lining around Periesu is blue, so... Yeah, but the shiny version, the lining on it is purple. Oh yeah, in fact, I wanted to get a head start on fighting everybody. So that's why I fought the guitarist prior to activating the panels. And yeah, I actually have a real-life friend by name of Jerry. I hardly speak to him because he's a pretty busy guy. But yeah, I have an actual friend in real life by name of Jerry. He used to play PokeMMO quite a bit. In fact, he used to be in the staff team some years ago. So, yeah, good times. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. I should note that while I'm doing the gym fights, I want to say this, that all the names that you see in the series, I think I mentioned this in part 1, but I'm going to mention this now, that all the names are based upon actual names from Pokemon Stadium trainers. Like, the Pokemon names are based upon actual names from Pokemon Stadium trainers. Like, if they use that Pokemon, like, if you were to play Pokemon Stadium today, you would see those names be used in one of those Pokemon. So I try to keep the Pokemon as original to the Pokemon Stadium game as possible. I try to keep everything original. So that way it feels almost like you're having a Pokemon Stadium feel while playing PokeMMO. And also, since I own the name Pokemon Stadium, I didn't want to just let that name collect dust. I wanted to do a walkthrough on it. So I think that'd be a perfect name to do it. And have a Generation 1 cap. So there was a rule I had to do, and yeah, just, I just thought it'd be fun. Now, if y'all are wondering, like, why did I bring on co-hosts and stuff? Well, originally in the Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel, I wasn't going to be bringing on co-hosts originally in part 1 of the Kanto region. What happened was that I had to take a long break because so many people kept entering and exiting the Pokemon Center, and I was waiting for the madness to calm down, and then Remoted came in, and then he's like, wait, you're doing a walkthrough? Can I partake in it? It's like, yeah, sure, you can do it if you want. Yeah, and this was the very early Kanto walkthrough, so yeah, so ever since then I've been featuring co-hosts for the duration of the Kanto walkthrough. And Owen and Sinnoh. Although Sinnoh has been a constant back-to-back episodes of Phasma and his Mornings, but it really has more to do with the fact that you, the audience, have grown a detachment towards his Mornings and Phasma, so that is why I keep bringing them back on. So.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. So we did the Magneton there. So I think, if you see me waiting a little bit in the walkthrough, it's because I was waiting for Asmodeus to complete his sequence. That way he could be able to press the buttons with me. So he could be able to get to the leader at the same time as me. Remember you did Fire Punch a lot. Fire Punch and Body Slam. And there was a little girl dressed up like a Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to get to her in a moment. The footage is about to get to her, but there were like the fact that she had all Pikachus. Okay, well, oh boy, you think it'd be some ferocious electric type? Pikachu, and I'm like, Marowak. Just made Marowak's day. It just made Marowak's day. Just the fact that we can be able to do Pikachu like over and over and over and over again. So, what was your thought when you had to fight all those Pikachus?
Oh, shit, I was like, what? So many Pikachus. How do you even find those many?
Well, I mean, you can. You just, it's just a matter of
why
like.
would you?
Yeah, that's true. Like, why use multiple Pikachus if there are so many other electric types? I mean, don't get me wrong, Pikachu with Light Ball is pretty good, but like, there's Jolteon. There's so many other better options. There's Jolteon. There's Electivire. There's Electros. Electros is Generation 5, but Electros is still pretty good. Electros is the only Pokemon. Well, Electros, Spiritomb, and Sableye are the only 3 Pokemon, as of the time of this taping on PokeMMO, that have no weaknesses. Because Electros has the ability Levitate, which electric types only have a weakness to ground type. And in the Spiritomb and the Sableye have the Ghost Dark type, so they don't have any weakness. But that's until Generation 6 came along, which in that case, Spiritomb and Sableye had the Fairy typing as a weakness. But yeah, in Generation 6, it doesn't exist. Here on PokeMMO, Spiritomb, doesn't have any weakness here on PokeMMO. I know some people ask that. Although there is one way you can give Spiritomb a weakness. If you do the move Foresight, then you can essentially negate its ghost typing, and then you can just hit it with fighting type moves. Then in that case, Spiritomb does have a fighting type weakness, but you have to use the move Foresight prior. Sableye and Spiritomb. And as for Electros just needs to have another Pokemon. Like, your opponent should have Mold Breaker, so that we can be able to bypass the Levitate ability, and then you can use Earthquake. Without any problems?
None at all. I'm guessing.
Sorry?
Well, I don't think there should be any problem in that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, certainly. If you're going in PvP, you can run that. Although I am going to say that Haxorus is just terrible in OU. So, yeah, you don't need to worry about Haxorus too much. Because there's so many better options. But, yeah. So anyway, so what I'm doing here is I'm pressing the gears here. Yeah, these trainers pay quite a bit. These trainers in the gym. What's so funny is that I think I know somebody in high school with the name Destiny. I knew a lady in high school.
Oh, same.
Oh, really?
This is girl who's called Destiny.
I see. I know what some people are probably going to ask. Did you go on a date with her, or...?
But no, she's older than. She was one of my classmates' elder sister.
Oh.
Like 2 years older than us.
Oh, alright. Oh, nice. Yeah. Alright, so... Oh boy, I get to pop in Parasect. I was quite overjoyed to pop in Parasect. Alright. Parasect needs a debut. You know, Parasect has not debuted enough. Because Parasect is terrible. But, other than Parasect being terrible, you know, it still needed a debut because it's part of the team, you know? It's kind of there, but I just don't use it. I was surprised that she even said my power was thrilling. It thrilled me down to my toes. I was like family friendly. Like when she said it, you know, it thrilled me down to her toes. I was like, okay. It's like family friendly. Maurice, how many times have I said family friendly throughout the whole walkthrough?
Way too many times.
Yeah. There's too many NPCs, you know, that, you know, I guess they're really hungry, to put it lightly. And they're not hungry for food, they're hungry for something else, so I'd rather not say here.
Oh no.
Yeah. A lot of them are hungry, but we're not going to nourish their appetite on camera. That's just not what we do here. Isn't that right, Asmodeus? Please tell me yes.
So.
Good. I'm glad you said yes and not. No, I'm ready to thrill them. Oh boy, I know some people. I know some people that would do that, but I'm glad you did. Oh man, there's some people that I work with are like, they're just that type. I got Leech's Life right there. Perfect. And this was Asmodeus' very last trainer fight. The one that you see right here, the two Luxeros. The pre-evolution to Luxray. I know some people ask me, like, how good is Luxray? And the answer is, well, see, there are better Pokemon. There are better Pokemon out there than Luxray. Luxray looks great, don't get me wrong. It looks great, it looks ferocious. But the only problem with Luxray is that, you know, there are much better options out there. Jolteon is just beckoning for you to use it.
Let me just grab something real quick.
Okay. Yep, and there we go. And then we're going to go off to the gym leader. While Asmodeus is spamming something, we're going to go ahead and... Oh yeah, and I told Asmodeus here, don't do the gym leader, because I wanted to film him. So what I did was that I fought the gym leader. And then I read the dialogue, you know, they've all been boring battles. So basically the gist of Volkner is that he's looking for a strong trainer, and you happen to be the strong trainer. But he wants to see if you are truly the strong trainer, so he has you fight him. Which you see right now. Now, as you may imagine, I was pretty thrilled to use Parasect. I was still on a general... I was still generally hyper to use Parasect. I was like, oh boy, Parasect can be used. Oh yes! And then I realized, Charge Beam. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let this Parasect die. I don't care. I don't care about Parasect. Parasect has used out its usefulness. So like, oh, Leech Life? And all of a sudden, Parasect clinched back to life. But then Rotom Air came in and then did Air Slash. Essentially ruined Parasect's glory. The thing was that I didn't want to risk all the other teammates. So what I did was that I let Parasect get knocked out. And then I popped in... I think... Oh, I went for Primate. Okay. So I think what I did was Ice Punch. Yeah. I did Ice Punch here. Yeah, so I think I did another Ice Punch, and I think this knocked out the Rotom... Oh no, it's not Rotom Air, it's Rotom Fan. There we go, Rotom Fan. There's Rachel. I'm not sure if I did Close Combat. Yeah, I did. Close Combat. I know it's at the Focus Sash, but I wanted to put it there so that way I could be able to knock it with other Pokemon. So yeah, so I think I did Night Slash. I should have done Seed Bomb so I didn't get the static ability used on me, so now I'm paralyzed, and now Electivire could essentially knock me out here, which it did. It wasted no time in knocking me out. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for Weezact.
Ooh, I am back.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, and then
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, and then I went for Sludge Bomb here. The air balloon got popped. Perfect timing, by the way, because after I get done with this battle, then I'm going to commentate on yours. So, that's perfect timing. So, what I did is I popped in Starmeister, because Starmeister is part Psychic, and then I think I did either Scald or Psychic. Yeah, I did Psychic because it had a higher base power than Scald. It knocked out Electivire. Yeah, so I was really nervous to get through this because a lot of the team was weak to Electric. Well, Weezing not really, but Starmie and Charizard, my two hard hitters here, are pretty aggressive against these electric types. The only problem is that they're weak to them, so.
Mm-hmm.
So I popped in the flamethrower. There we go. And then I think, yeah. And then I got the, yeah, Volkner. Gave me my best. There are no big Pokemon. Yep. And then Volkner thanks you for giving him a fun fight. Yeah, he's laughing. Yeah, he's laughing more. You gave him a fun fight, so he gave you I think the beacon badge, if I remember correctly. He gave you the beacon badge, and I think he even gave you a TM too. What? I forgot what the TM was. I think it was... Is it Charge Beam? I want to say Charge Beam. Either Charge Beam... I'm not too sure if it's Shockwave. Shockwave or Charge Beam. One of the two Pokemon. But it's like one of the two TMs. One of the two TMs he gave you was either... Yeah. I'm not sure. I remember as Morris was waiting for me to finish the dialogue. He was kind of just standing there. Like, you know. And then
Let me just quickly get my food.
Oh, alright. Yep. Oh yeah, and I corrected Volkner's dialogue. So it's at level... So your maximum obedience level is level 60 now. It's not without... Yeah, oh yeah, it's TM Charge Beam. But yeah, you know... So that was TM Charge Beam there. And I think I asked Asmodeus to go and fight Volkner. And I think I had him fight at the other side so that way I could be able to right-click him and spectate pretty easily. And so you, the audience, can see Asmodeus fighting and not have him blend into everybody else fighting. So there we go. So there's the fight. Now, if you might be saying, but Roy, why don't you let Asmodeus commentate on his fight? Well, that's because I'm glancing on my screen right now and Asmodeus has his microphone muted, so Asmodeus had to do something. But, so I'm going to cover for him a little bit. But, yeah, I remember what I did was I think the moment that Miltank, I'm not sure if Miltank got knocked out or not. If it did, then I think what I did is that I advised Asmodeus maybe to go in. I'm not sure if Asmodeus went into Durant or not. I think he might have went into Durant. Yeah, but then, oh yeah, I saw that Intimidate and Scrappy. I noticed that the Scrappy ability essentially lowers down, or it doesn't even lower down, it makes it to where you can't really lower down your attack. So yeah. Yeah, Superpower essentially knocked out the Miltank. So here I was there, and there were two other options. Three. Yeah, so you had Salamence there. Almost forgot about Salamence. So yeah, so you had Salamence, which... Yeah, so there's a Dragon Dance. Remember that. I had Asmodeus do Dragon Dance. Then I had him do another one, since he get away with it. And also, he knocked out the Pokemon that had a Focus Sash, the one Pokemon that could stop Salamence, so I told him now just start attacking, use Dragon Claw. Just use Dragon Claw all the way. Then for Electivire, I think he used Dragon Claw. Or no, Draco Meteor. Ah, yes, he used Draco Meteor. Just to knock out Electivire. I remember this fight so well. And then the Jolteon, he also used Dragon Claw here as well. Yep, and he won the gym fight. Yeah, so Asmodeus also got the 8 badges. So. Yeah. So I was waiting for Asmodeus to conclude his dialogue, and then I think we did a victory walk. Hey, Asmodeus, you're back!
Hey, hey.
Hello. So, if I'm asking, how did it feel to use that Salamence for the last time? Like, you really had fun with that Salamence DDing twice.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But since I already have a Salamence, another one, I was thinking that I'd turn him into the same Salamence as in I go for Draco Meteor and Dragon Dance on him.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. No, Asmodeus, I gotta tell you something funny. I remember you had different eyes in the game, but the thing was that the game kind of had a visual bug, so you didn't keep your straight eyes. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so all right, I am back. There we go. There was an engagement I had to attend to earlier. Alrighty. But yeah, but I remember that game kind of had a visual bug to where you didn't keep your default eyes. Or not default, but to where you didn't keep your calm eyes. So they had, but yeah, other than that, I mean, there's Jasmine. Barry's kind of doing his usual. Barry's kind of doing his usual Barry self, where he's just, you know, being annoying. That squeaky Barry voice. Is more. He started to do a good job impersonating Barry.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Like, Barry just makes you think about like an annoying kid that keeps following you. And since he's hyper, like I was like, okay, what's like an American energy drink that I know of? Ah, Powerade. So I was like, okay. So in part 7, I pretended that Barry was like an avid drinker of Powerade, you know. And then, you know, you had Barry there. You get tougher one step at a time. Yeah. Yep, and then remember like I was just like man, this Barry kid is he's just so hyper. I mean, you know, you could tell that, you know, but Barry is very invested in this character. He really is. I remember you had the Phasma eyes. I remember that so well. Briefly. Was that your friend? So you guys two, well, get along. I was like, I don't know if we get along so well. I was like, I don't know about that. It's like a person that can share anything and everything. Was like, I don't know. That's not really the relationship I have with Barry. You know, it's more like the kid is annoying and I want him to get out of my in-game life. But yeah, that's kind of the relationship I have with him. What sort of relationship do you have? Do you like the little kid?
Do I like the little kid?
I like little kid Barry, just like running around and annoying you.
He's a bit annoying, not gonna lie. But he makes the thing, the playthrough, a lot more fun. So yeah, I'd say yes.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, you know what made my playthrough fun? Yeah. A certain guy in a feather hat and a guy with a tuxedo, and also a lady and a nurse outfit. That's what made my outfit fun. Oh yeah, and now there was actually one last trainer because it was nighttime. And I was like, hey, you can actually fight the police officer. Do you remember that? I was like, hey, it's nighttime. We gotta fight the police officer.
Yeah, I remember.
So, yeah, those real good times. I was like, yes. Oh, I was so happy about that. And Charizard started growing. Yep, and then we start reaching level 60, but Alright, there we go. Apologies for the sudden pauses. I have an event. I have some events to attend to, but yes, that's. But other than that, I wanted to film as Mortius in his last trainer fights. I was like, oh great, and you had Ant Woman out there at level 58. Fun fact: level 58 is the level cap for the Hoenn Elite Four. Oh boy, that was pretty brutal. So, yeah, I was wondering, if I may ask, like, how did you feel about fighting that police officer in the game? You know, the one at night?
To be honest,
What?
yeah, I remember I was like, oh, okay, another bonus fight, eh?
Oh, man. Yeah, well, I was like, yeah, that's great, but yeah, I think this is where you did your farewell address, but I don't want to waste the viewers' time since a lot of this was muted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to oh yeah, we checked the TV to see if there were any swarms, and there were not. But yeah, but once we go over to the route, and once I see Asmodeus start making his speech, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward since you can't.
I know they made that.
Well, I mean, since it was muted, you know? So since it's muted, so we could do that at the sign-off point. So let's go ahead. I think Asmodeus is making his speech. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep. And then, Asmodeus, would you be interested in redoing the speech? Well, you know, if you want to make the speech, you can. Redo the speech at the sign-off point. But this time, your sign-off point...
I can do it now.
Well, I mean, like, you can do it at the sign... Like, you know, by the victory... I think it'd be more epic if you did it by the victory road. Like, since you already have a Pokemon with Waterfall, you can... Like, it's really easy. You can just pop Repel, and then it's pretty quick to get there since you fought all the trainers.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so we did Waterfall, and then I think I recovered here. Alright.
Oh, sorry. Just talking to someone in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, well, it's been a long journey. It's been super fun. I remember when you first came to us, it was you, Kylie, and Nika, and you guys were like, "Oh, we need some people to do a playthrough with," and the people that were recommended was me and Phasme, and because both of us were like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be something exciting, something to teach us about Pokemon."
Right.
And we were like, "Okay, sure." And ever since then, it's been quite a fun journey. We went through different gym battles. We explored a whole new region. We saw all these new Pokemons that we didn't even know existed. And I guess we built the whole community almost. And it was pretty fun. And I'm going to miss it quite a lot.
Certainly. And I'm sure that the community is going to miss you as well. All right, and I am back, and we're going to have to close part 8 of the walkthrough, and this means that this is Asmodeus' very last Sinnoh walkthrough. So I would like to thank Asmodeus for his time here in the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel.
Anytime. It was quite a fun journey.
Yes,
and maybe we'll cross paths again in the future.
Certainly. And Asmodeus, I wish you well with your real-life endeavors. You and Phasme, I wish both of you well.
Thank you. And same goes to you.
Thank you, much appreciated. And this is the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel. Don't forget to comment and subscribe to my channel, like the content that you see here. And this is the PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium YouTube channel signing off. Ride that surf! PokeMMO Pokemon Stadium!